And then we have machine learning software trying to figure out whether we are looking at a bird, a drone, a balloon, an airplane. So far, we haven't seen anything anomalous, but it's one location near Boston. And we are assembling a copy of that observatory in Colorado.
How were these locations chosen?
Well, the Harvard location was just a test place. We wanted to be able to test the instruments that we have, calibrate them, see that they perform to our satisfaction. The Colorado one was for a change in place, but it potentially could be moved elsewhere. And then we have a third one that was just funded by the Richard King Mellon Foundation at $575,000. And we will assemble a third observatory in Pennsylvania because they paid for it to be there. In principle, we can build an observatory for $500,000 in any location. So it's just a matter of funding. And my hope is that we will have tens of them and we will record billions of objects over several decades. So we will get to the bottom of the question of whether there are objects in our sky that are not from this Earth. Okay, we will know. Whether anything happened in the distant past, like 50 years ago, will be very difficult for us to tell, because if events are very rare, that they happen once per century, once per half century, then we might not be lucky to be at the right place at the right time to see them. But what is important is that military personnel, when they report about an unidentified anomalous phenomena, they happen to be at the right place at the right time. But that is an anecdotal report. They don't sit there for a long period of time looking at the entire sky. And so what we are doing allows us to calibrate the noise from the background so that if something unusual shows up, we can say how unusual it is. And this is one branch of the Galileo project. A second branch is to search for unusual interstellar objects using the data that comes from the Rubin Observatory in a year, that will monitor the southern sky every 4 days, and we'll have the sensitivity to find objects like Oumuamua.
Is this the one in Chile?
In Chile.
How was that location chosen?
That was the National Science Foundation. That's a very good location for telescopes because the visibility is great. Chile has this set of mountains where the best telescopes in the world they operate. So it was chosen for that reason.
Okay.
It's very good for astronomy. And we hope to use the data coming from that observatory to find more objects that are interstellar in origin and look as weird as Oumuamua, so we can figure out whether any of them might be technological in origin. Okay? And then there is the third branch of the Galileo project that I'm most excited about, and that is looking for the materials of interstellar meteors. So, for example, the one discovered in 2014 by the US government satellites exploded about 70 miles away from the coast of Papua New Guinea in the Pacific Ocean.